There are mistakes you regret, and then there are mistakes that erase an entire future. I didn't lose her because we fought. I didn't lose her because she stopped loving me. I lost her because when she needed me the most, I hesitated. She stood in the doorway with a suitcase in her hand, and I thought silence would protect me. 8 months later, after dozens of women, empty beds, forced laughter, I realized something that still keeps me awake at night. You don't always recognize the love of your life while she's still loving you. Sometimes, you only understand when it's too late. This is the story of how I let the woman who adored me walk out of my life, and how that single moment destroyed everything. I was 42 years old when I made the dumbest decision of my life. Not because I was young, not because I was inexperienced, but because I was broken and didn't know it. She was 39, warm, loyal, soft in a way that made the world feel less sharp. The kind of woman who doesn't just love you, she chooses you every single day. We had been together almost 2 years, living together for over one. A real life, not fantasy, not honeymoon. Morning coffee, shared groceries, her hair in the sink, my shoes by the door. She supported me through my darkest period. Depression, self-doubt. That quiet male emptiness no one talks about. She never complained. She stayed. Until one day, she needed me. And that's where everything collapsed. She started struggling. Emotionally, mentally. Nothing dramatic, just life pressing too hard. Instead of holding her the way she held me, instead of saying I'm here the way she always did, I said the sentence that ended us. I'm not sure I want to be in this relationship anymore. I didn't scream it. I didn't say it angrily. I said it calmly. That was worse. She didn't cry. She didn't argue. She just looked at me, and something in her eyes shut down forever. That night she packed everything she owned in my house. Clothes, books, memories. She walked past me with a suitcase. I didn't stop her. And the most terrifying part, I felt relief. I told myself, maybe I was settling. Maybe there's someone better out there. I truly believed that. That belief would destroy me. When she left, I didn't feel the world fall apart. Not immediately. For the first few weeks, I felt something sickeningly close to freedom. I redownloaded dating apps the same day she walked out. I matched, texted, flirted, met women for coffee, drinks, dinners. I slept with women whose names I barely remembered by morning. Every time I felt a moment of guilt, I drowned it in a new face, or a new body, or a new distraction. I kept telling myself, see, you were right. You didn't lose anything special. But then, reality began to bleed through the cracks. It started with my dog. One morning, I walked into the kitchen and found him sitting in front of the stove. Just sitting, staring at the exact spot where she used to stand. Every morning, half asleep, making him eggs and dancing to terrible 90s music. He wasn't waiting for breakfast. He was waiting for her. And for the first time in months, something inside me shifted. Then came the little memories. Her playlist in my car. Her coffee mug I forgot to throw out. The sweater she left behind. The one that still smelled like her shampoo. And then the worst memory of all. A night when I couldn't get out of bed. When I was drowning in depression. When I told her I didn't feel anything. She lay next to me, held me like I was something fragile, and whispered, when you can't love yourself, I'll love you enough for both of us. And all I could think was, I didn't deserve her, but she deserved someone who would have stayed. 8 months passed. 8 months of empty beds, empty nights, empty conversations. No woman laughed like she did. No woman looked at me the way she did. No woman made me feel, wanted the way she did. I started realizing the truth slowly, painfully. She was good enough. She was irreplaceable. And I threw her away. One night I opened her contact, just stared at her name, at her picture, at the life I had burned because I wanted, what? Freedom, options, ego. My hands shook, and I finally texted her. Can we talk? She didn't ignore me. She didn't block me. She replied in 4 words. We need to talk. Those 4 words ripped me open. We met at a cafe she once loved, a place I hadn't entered since she left. When she walked in, I swear my heart forgot how to beat. She wasn't colder. She wasn't angrier. She wasn't broken. She was guarded, like a door that used to be open, was now locked from the inside. She sat across from me. I could barely breathe. I read your message, she said. I tried to speak. Nothing came out. Then she dropped the sentence that destroyed every illusion I had left. I'm seeing someone. It felt like the ground moved. I swallowed. Are you happy? I whispered. She stared at her hands. For a long, painful moment. He's a good man. He treats me well. He's safe. Safe. A word she once used for me. Then the knife twisted. But I'm not in love with him. My heart tried to climb out of my chest. But she wasn't finished. I don't know if I'll ever let myself fall in love again. You hurt me too deeply. Her voice cracked on the last words. She stood up to leave. I didn't touch her. Didn't beg. Didn't plead. Because chasing her now felt like dragging her back into the pain I caused. Before she walked away, she turned back one last time. If things were different, maybe. And then she left. For the second time. But this goodbye hurt more. Because now, I understood exactly what I'd lost. And what she told me that night wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was something she didn't tell me. Something I found out later. Something that broke me in a way no heartbreak ever could. After that night at the cafe, I tried to live with the truth. She had someone. Someone safe. Someone kind. Someone who didn't break her when she needed love the most. I told myself I had to respect it. I told myself I had no right to ask for more. I told myself this was the consequence of the moment I let silence speak for me. But the universe has a cruel way of making sure you feel every ounce of what you caused. Because a few weeks later, I got a message from her sister. A message that shattered me, far deeper than anything my ex ever said. It started with one sentence. You need to know the truth. I didn't know whether to open it, whether I even deserved to. But I did. And the truth was far darker than anything I imagined. Her sister wrote, she didn't leave you because she stopped loving you. She left because she loved you too much to watch you self-destruct. I stared at those words until my vision blurred. She didn't walk out because I wasn't enough. She walked out because I was drowning. And she was drowning with me. She tried to carry both of us. Until it broke her. Her sister continued. When you told her you weren't sure about her, you destroyed the safest place she ever had. You were her home. And suddenly, her home told her she didn't belong there. My chest tightened so hard. It felt like my ribs were closing around my heart. I thought the worst part was that she moved on. But the real wound came next. She's not in love with the man she's with now. She chose him because she knows her heart won't get broken with him. He's safe because she will never feel for him what she felt for you. That was the moment I finally understood the full weight of my mistake. I didn't just lose her. I damaged her ability to love the way she once loved. I became the person she had to protect herself from. Her sister sent one last message. She will always care about you, but she will never love anyone again the way she loved you. Not even herself. And that, my lord, is a different kind of pain. Not heartbreak, not regret, not nostalgia, punishment. Because the cruelest part wasn't losing her twice. The cruelest part was realizing she still loved me. She just couldn't survive loving me again. I became her greatest love and her greatest wound. I became the man she had to heal from, the man she could never come back to, the man she would always think about, but never return to. Some people lose their soulmate once. I lost mine every single day, after I understood who she really was. And that is the tragedy of a man who didn't appreciate love while he still had it. Not every story ends with a second chance. Some end with a lesson carved so deep it follows you for the rest of your life. Here is mine. Never think there's someone better. There is. There's only the person who loved you when no one else could, and the silence that replaced her when you let her walk away.